Hello and welcome back to BJG Reptiles. Today I'm going to be creating an incubator and I'm going to be showing you how to do so. It's very cheap and hopefully very easy to do, so we'll get straight into it. So first things first, you need a bunch of equipment. I'm going to run through that very quickly. You need a polystyrene box. I got mine from Ridgeway Frozen. You need vermiculite. I got mine from my local exotic pet shop. You can also use perlite. I use vermiculite, so if you're going off this tutorial, get some vermiculite. You need a heat mat. Now this one's a bit worse for wear. And you need a simple mat stat. This one is a Exoterra. I also have an egg crate there, which I'll show you very quickly. But we don't have to use that. That is obviously more expensive. You can simply use something with holes on it for ventilation, just to put on top of the substrate. Now, what you want to do is you want to cut a little hole into here, so you don't have to have the lid ajar. You want to be able to shut the lid properly like that. If there's a wire sticking through, that can't happen. You then want to thread the wire of the heat mat through and the probe from the thermostat through. Sorry, I know there's algae there, ignore that. You then want to lay the heat mat here. This heat mat's a little bit big, which is why I'm not doing it. I will show you a finished product after. So you then want to put the heat mat here, the probe on the heat mat, set the temperatures according to how you want it. So this can work for a multitude of different animals. Currently it's been used for morning gecko eggs. It has been used for royal python eggs or ball python eggs. So the next thing is you want to put vermiculite on there. The vermiculite needs to be damp. Now this obviously changes, but for ball pythons, you want it to be wet to the touch, but not to the point where it's dripping water. I have also done this for the morning geckos, as their humidity is around 50 to 60%, which is very similar to ball python humidity. Obviously, some species have a little bit lower humidity or a little bit higher, so change that accordingly. You want to put an inch layer, or maybe just a couple centimeters layer of substrate on top of the heat mat. You just simply pour that in, wet it, make sure it's not too wet, and then you want to put your egg tray on top. That is simply how it is made. I will show you what it looks like just so you can have an idea. You can pause the video just so that you know what it should look like. Now, this is what it looks like before you make it. Just a simple polystyrene box. This over here, sorry again, ignore rats, feeding my ball pythons later. This is what it should look like when it's finished. So, as you can see, there's a hole cut in the back for the heat mat and the probe. There's a box for the morning gecko eggs, which are really tiny. And there's vermiculite, which if I pick up and squeeze, you'll see no water drops off, but it still sticks to my hand because it is wet. Now, I have used a different egg box in here, but there are eggs in there. You don't have to use this. You can simply use a tray on top of the vermiculite, and that'll do the job. It has done the job, and there is a living ball python to prove it. It's just my dad's, not mine. He actually used this exact incubator, literally this exact one, and he had a very high success rate. He had 2 come out of the eggs. Unfortunately, one passed away, but he did have 2 come out of the eggs and pass the incubation period, and I believe he had 5 eggs. 1 was already bad when he put them in there. So that's technically a little bit less than 50% success rate, but one of the eggs was pretty much already gone. So we had about a 50% success rate, and that was the snake's first ever clutch with him. So there's obviously improvements to be made. The snake is also pretty young. So we know this works for ball pythons, and I will do an update on this date to see if these eggs have hatched, and I will pin this video in that video to prove whether or not this works for morning geckos. But we do know it works for ball pythons, so you've got the okay to use that. So yeah, that's the finished product. That's the starting product. It is as simple as a polystyrene box. Cost me nothing, it just came in my order. The vermiculite cost me $4.99 or $3.99, so a £5. The heat mat I got from a friend, but you can get them off Facebook Marketplace or other places like that for anywhere between £5 and £20. You can also get brand new ones if you want. And the mat start, this one I only got for a tenner, but it's perfectly fine. However, if you want to be safe, I would then go get one that's like £30 from Incubator or somewhere like that. You can get the simple mat stats for that price. The tray over there cost me just a couple pound, but you can get egg crate, which costs like £1 for like this amount of it, which will be perfect. you can basically do that on Amazon. I will have a look and try and link the products in the description. If I can't find them, I will link similar products. But you could theoretically make an incubator for maybe £50 if you wanted everything brand new, and if you can get things for cheaper, even cheaper. Yeah, that's how you make an incubator. I hope you enjoyed the video. A little bit of a different format, a little bit of a different video, and I hope it was informative. I hope it was good. I hope I got to the point. I didn't want to make this, like 20 minutes long. And if you want me to show you how to do this properly, I can actually set this up as an incubator if you want another, maybe a shorts, or if you want just a 2-minute video. I will do that. Please comment below if you want me to do that, and I will try and do it in the next day if I can. I hope this was a good video. Please leave a like if it was. Please comment if it wasn't, and tell me how to improve, and I will do so for next time. Leave a like and subscribe. Goodbye.